Man, Akashi praising Kuroko, I like it. I wonder how Akashi's going to handle... Hey everyone, welcome to Elevate Your Power Level, where we analyze the artwork and life lessons from anime. I'm Coach Donnie, and I'm an art teacher, former animator, volleyball coach, and volleyball player. In this video, I'll be reacting to Kuroko no Basket, Season 3, Episode 14. I decided to wear this shirt again because we've actually been getting a lot of comments about it. It's like the manga screenshot from Akashi. I'm curious what season this is from, so I would love to revisit and rewatch that, or maybe read the manga. But people ask me where I got it. Unfortunately, you cannot buy it in North America. My sister went to Japan, I think 3 months ago, and she just decided to get this for me because she knew I love volleyball and she knew I am starting to watch anime, and she asked a recommendation for whoever was working at the store, and they recommended this shirt. So thank you so much, sis. So special thanks to my sister. And man, this backstory about Kuroko and Akashi is just getting juicier, and I've been waiting all season to learn more about the details of Kuroko's progression, because I think he went from the 3rd squad to the 1st squad. But also Akashi's been mysterious this whole time, and even now they're kind of holding back a little bit. But the little tidbits I am learning about Akashi, like how he didn't want to get dropped off in his private car in front for him because he wanted to blend in more, I think says a lot about him. So I'm curious where this is going to lead. I think I like Akashi more than I don't. Compared to Aomine, like I didn't like him when I first learned about him, and then over time, as you learn the backstory, you get to have more empathy and understand where he's coming from. But Akashi's a little different, so let's see where this goes. If you've been enjoying these videos, make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, and turn on notifications for my weekly anime reaction videos. Now let's get this Kuroko party started. I can't really spin it. Oh, look at that wrapping. I gotta pause it right away. So this is not just a folded jersey, but it's packaged in the plastic. So you gotta draw the plastic, which is really hard to do because plastic is clear and doesn't really have visible edges like a colored shirt. So they did a good job creating a white line as the edge, and then different wrinkles of the plastic to make it not look like the wrinkles of the jersey. Excellent job here. And even if you look at the top or the bottom, hypothetically it's the top of the Japanese character, but from our view it's the bottom of the right one, you see how that is actually scrunched together a little bit to show that that's where the clothes is wrinkling. And they even drew the label. So look at the label of the shirt. So he ordered a uniform. I thought he should have a uniform because he's on the team. Ooh, someone. Kisei, yes! Oh, that's right. Kuroko mentored Kisei. That's so interesting. Ooh. What is best for the team? Make him captain. Ho ho ho. Uh oh, sorry. How are we going to work that title into this? What the heck happened there? So Kisei's there, and then Aomine just throwing at the back of his head. So vice captain, I'm assuming that means co-captain or assistant captain, which is under the head captain. Yeah, why such an immediate change? Oh, interesting. Father's been in the hospital, so maybe he can't handle, because when you're a leader, it's more of a mental and emotional role than it is a physical role, because some of the best captains aren't always starters. Some of the best locker room leaders are not the main players, and it's because their best qualities are not displayed on the court physically. So this makes sense that he might want to save some energy for his family, or he might not even be there for nationals due to his father's health. That's a good son. Yeah, and if you feel like your family member is getting more sick, it's hard for you to focus. Mm. Something was off about this one. From what I remember, the coach is actually almost as tall as Nijimura, but here he looks really short and the stack of papers look too tall. I think they should have made the coach a little bit bigger. See how the coach is closer in space and Nijimura is further? So the fact that they're almost the same size throws the depth perception off. So the coach should be a little bigger, even if he's not taller, just because he's closer to the lens in space. There's some dramatic piano music. Wait, so that's not the coach? I thought that was the coach. Mm. Maybe Akashi's been scheming this whole time. Let's see how Akashi handles the news. Okay, I'm starting to like Akashi more. The fact that he seems like this all-consuming leader, like I want to be in charge and I want to be the alpha male. But when he gets confronted with the news that he will be the captain, his first response is that hasn't been decided yet. Like maybe he wants to have a team meeting or maybe they want to sit on it. And then he says, well, I'm not so concerned about the captain part. I'm more worried about you. So something's gonna happen where Nijimura is gonna have to drop out. That was a cool view. You blink, like, look at that. Just you blink once and all of a sudden Kuroko is already passing. I love how they did like the fist behind the ball. Wait, accompanying the second string? I thought Kuroko was on the first string. So I know I'm stopping it a lot, but there's a lot of interesting observations, at least in my eyes. Notice that everyone wears their sling just like Kuroko did, where you got one strap here and then one strap hanging off. If you live in Japan or understand Japanese culture, is that just how every student wears their bag, or is this unique to the anime? I'm just curious about all these weird details. But I think these details add a lot of character to the anime. Ooh, Haizaki. Yep. Hey, but maybe I'm curious if Haizaki has a really rough, like, home life, where he wasn't given a lot of stability to build a good foundation of character. Oh, already calling him a sub. Alright, so this is another nugget to know Akashi's character. Because you have one coach that accepted Aomine and just said, do whatever the heck you want, talk to the teammates how you want. Even though I'm a coach and an authority figure, I'm going to let you act like a brat. Here, Akashi is saying Haizaki's terrible behavior is intolerable. So this shows that Akashi has standards of character. And understands how that could hurt the team. Oh. I wonder how he's going to ask. A cutthroat leader. That's a good observation. Hey, it's okay to have two modes. You have leader mode, you have boyfriend mode, and you have athlete mode. I wish they would have shown that conversation because I want to see how Akashi would ask someone like that, like as such a bad attitude.
相崎はプライドが高いやつだ。俺たちや先輩たちが言ったところで逆効果にしかならなかったはずなのだよ。ですが。
So this is a part of anime that I see very often and I wish would change. I don't know if it's like a stylistic technique where, to me, as an artist, it just bothers me, and as an animator. So when you see the back of somebody, notice that you can only see part of the mouth. You can't see this side of the mouth. But here, when you look at, I think that's Nijimura, even though he's like beyond quarter turn, you can still see his whole mouth as if his mouth like moved here and is talking on the side of his face.
お互いチームメイトであると同時に競争相手だ。いつから人の心配できるほど偉くなったんだ。振り返ってる暇があんなら走れ。
Is he putting him? I can't tell. Is he putting him down? Since when have you become strong enough to worry about others? Run? Oh, okay. That was a flashback to Haizaki burning his shoes. The coach is taking over command? Interesting. Instead of the advisor. Maybe he's tougher? Shirogane Kozo. Ooh, he says hi to Kuroko first. Ooh, I like this guy. He already knows the name of the players. And you can tell by Akashi's tone and facial expression that he already likes this coach. Yep, that's a good coach. Just want to see what people naturally are and see what you have to work with. You guys see Midorima's reaction? Ooh, and Murasaki Bara. Okay, there stylistically, so this is where, so I'm not saying everything has to look perfectly realistic, perspective has to be perfect, because what makes anime styles great and any artistic styles when we start to manipulate rules. But you can only manipulate rules when they make sense, like when they add value. Like here's a funny emotional scene where Aomine is trying to talk, but he's trying to talk without letting the coach see his mouth, so he's kind of turning to the side. So realistically, when you see a profile, you can't see the right side of his mouth, right? You still can't see the right side of my mouth, but because they're trying to add a little bit more humor to it, then you can make a funny part and break the rule of like perspective and human anatomy and move the mouth here and make it small. But if you break the rule at the wrong time, it just looks weird. That's kind of the lesson. Hi. Ooh, let's see how the third years respond. You must accept it. Is that Murasaki Bara, Snack Man? Oh, Akashi's a second year. Interesting. I thought he was also a third year. Or first year, sorry. What is this? His family has him take advanced education courses so he can succeed them one day. That's a lot of pressure. I like how Midorima is like very involved and close to Akashi. Because I think he knows he's the key to victory. Ooh, what's he gonna do? How is Midorima going to enforce and regulate Murasakibara? By the way, whoever does Murasakibara's voice is so good at sounding kind of like nah, 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 nah. Like that actually takes a lot of effort to sound like you don't care and always mildly irritated. I like how they left some crumbs on his mouth.
最近あの二人バスケの調子がすげえいいからっすか。なぜそんなところに突っ立っているのだよ。今のはお前がスクリーンをかければ俺が完全にフリーだっただろう。
Yeah.
はあ。
Yes, it's good. This type of bickering is actually good on a team. You just push each other to be better. I wonder if there's any purpose behind like one being green and one being purple, because you know how Hinata and Kageyama, moon and sun, I think that's the opposite. So I wonder if there's any significance to why they paired together but their hair colors, those specific colors. Ooh, Nijimura's testing him. Sorry, that's my alarm. Ooh, wow. Okay.
このチームで先に10点取った方が勝ちです。なるほど。これで俺らがチームワークを見せつけて勝ちゃいいんだろ。はい。ちょっと赤字、手抜いてない。まさか。俺はいつも通りやってるよ。
Playing how he always does. So so they're putting Midorima and Murasakibara on the same team to show that if you keep bickering too much and you don't play as a team, you're gonna lose no matter how talented you are. Uh-oh. This is cool. You get to see the evolution of how teamwork forms. I think the cool thing about this scene is maybe the story is trying to show how a talented team generally has a lot of strong personalities, right? In order to be that good, you do have to have some level of an ego to believe that you're the best. But when you put all the best players together, you're going to have a lot of headbutting. And so the challenge is not finding better talent or making people better. It's learning how to manage that talent. Because you don't need to necessarily make them individually better if they're already, some of the best. It's about how to teach them how to work together with all the strong personalities. Dang. Pulling his cheek. Wow. Interesting how Akashi just let that play out, knowing what the result was going to be. Join our channel memberships and be a part of an exclusive interactive community where you receive early access to all my reaction videos 5 days before they get released, behind the scenes content, members only polls, monthly watch parties where you get to interact directly with me, and uncensored reaction videos with 100% opacity for an extra level of enjoyment. You'll also receive exclusive loyalty badges and custom emojis just for members. So click that join button below to enjoy your members only perks today. '50th point. Ooh, man, Akashi praising Kuroko, I like it. I wonder how Akashi's going to handle... That's like Murasakibara's way of caring about Kuroko. So I wonder how Akashi's gonna respond to Aomine getting bored and giving up because he's just getting too good. Oh, this is when he notices people just giving up. He broke their spirits. And I love how they put shadows over the eyes just to show that emptiness in the opponents. I think what's unique about this scene with the girls walking by, I think maybe it's to emphasize how out of Aomine is, because even when schoolgirls walk by, as a high school boy, you're usually watching for girls. He doesn't even notice that because he's just so apathetic.
ああ、まあな。なあ。あ、いや、なんでもねえや。
And his voice is already changing, just starting to sound more tired and low versus it was a little bit more energetic before this point, which is really cool to see. Misdirection. Maybe we'll get to see why she developed such a nurturing relationship with Aomine. But this is before. Yeah, that's what true introverts do. They were watching people. Ooh. What a good friend. That is a good friend. Giving them space. Alright, this is me just... By the way, I'm being nitpicky for fun, not because I mean, being an animator is hard, but there's a little inconsistency. So here, we have the strap hanging lower, like not even on the shoulder. And I think in the next scene, I saw the double strap on Aomine's shoulder. Oh no, okay, never mind. It's still kind of slung off. Man, that's a lot of data for a middle school game. Oh, Akashi wants to study it. That's probably why he's so good, because he just puts so much work outside the court mentally. So is this I'm assuming this is before. Why did he do that? It was about to pick on Kuroko, but then Aomine protected Kuroko. So it was before the ice cream incident where she falls in love with him. He probably thinks they still have a long way to go. Yeah, Aomine is already bored. Sad to see that evolution. I like this backstory because you get to see the humanness of Akashi. How do you keep yourself motivated when you're already on top? And he already recognizes that. I wonder if there's going to be some punishment if they can't do that. So Akashi able to call him out and recognize that right away. Yep. I like that Akashi is just very concerned about team and not just individual.
君は青峰君と似ているので何かわかるかと。
どんな無茶ぶりだよ。よくわかんないけど、前聞いたハイザキ
Who's this guy? Is this the brother?
バスケを嫌いになったわけじゃないんだろ。
はい。
むしろ誰よりも好きだから練習に。
So what's interesting is that Haizaki skip practice, Akashi's solution is kick him off the team. Aomine skip practice has a different response. Maybe because Akashi knows it's for different reasons, because he is finding motivation to want to get better, whereas Haizaki was a little bit more selfish and reckless. So same problem, different solutions.
ただ、まあはっきり言えるのは、今まで彼には何度も助けてもらったんだ。今度はお前が助けてやるよ。
Oh, that's good advice. And love that Kuroko is so taken back by that.
あん時の約束果たすまで負けんなよ。
はい、もちろんです。
じゃあな。
ありがとうございました。
Who is this mystery man? Ogiwara.
すげえ。なんで俺も入るんだ。頑張ったら頑張った分だけバスケがつまんなくなってくんだよ。バスケなんて。
Oh, this is that famous bridge talk where he puts the ice cream down his back. Yes.
僕はいつもみんなについていくので精一杯です。正直、青峰君。
Oh, this is where they might part ways.
けど、どんなに力が離れてても、
I will beat you.
手を抜かれたりするのは、僕が相手だったら絶対してほしくないです。
Biggest respect you can give to your opponent is to give him your best effort.
すぐに現れますよ。
そうだな。
That was an awkward fist pump. I don't think they make full contact here. Okay, when you fist pump, you don't just touch here. I think you really try to get those knuckles. So either have them knuckles and then have it compress, or have some type of sound effect, but just to have him do that was kind of odd.
そうだな。
それではこれより全国中学校バスケットボール大会を開催します。
Basketball.
お腹減った。早くおやつ食べたい。
まだ開会式が終わったばかりなのだよ。インタビューよろしいですか。今年のチームの仕上がりは。
連覇に向けて一言お願いします。
うわ、俺らもっすか。つか明石すげえな。全部模範解答で慣れたもんだ。
Yeah, that's why he's the captain. He knows he's a good communicator, good representative for the team too.
あの人は上崎中の井上さん。青峰君と同じパワーフォワードで、去年やった時はすごくいい勝負だったんだよ。
今年こそ勝つからな。
So is this the childhood friend? Oh no, that's Kisei's. Or no, that's Kagami's friend. Oh, it's Ogiwara.
なんか雰囲気変わった。
We finally get to meet this mystery guy. I love that he eats it. I would totally do that too.
いざこうしてやってみると何話していいかわかんねえな。
そうですね。
けどまあ楽しみにはずっとしてたんだ。本当だぜ。絶対勝ち上がるからな。
僕もです。頑張りましょう。
So, I don't think this is his brother. They look so different. Just maybe a childhood friend. Oh, okay. Aomine actually looks motivated for once. I've never seen that happen. Ripping your shoelaces? Oh. Oh, he smiled. But he has the shadow under his eyes. Oh, this is where this is the first what do you call that? First fist pump where he did not reciprocate. And that was the awkward running. When you're running away, this is where you don't want to break the rules of physics for stylistic purposes. It just looks like he's on a treadmill staying in space. Especially when you have a light that you're trying to run towards, you really want to emphasize that. Like if you really want to break the rules of physics, I would have him shrink really fast to make it look like he's getting sucked by that light. But he's like staying the same size as he's jogging. It looks like just looks awkward that he's running in place.
まさか嫌な予感がこんな形で当たるとはな。
Man, all this backstory is so complex. So many moving parts, so many evolving personalities. Maybe his friend's quitting basketball. Oh, we don't get to see Ogiwara. Wow, look at that teardrop. That's a great image. I think that's Awamine, but just sitting on the edge of a pool by yourself, contemplating, trying to figure out your emotions and deeper thoughts. Yeah, that's Awamine. And then the shadow over the eyes. Even though there was a lot of story and talking in this episode, this was one of those ones where I really enjoyed learning just about different personalities and all the little side stories. And I was okay not seeing a lot of basketball action. Usually for these animes, I love to see the sports, I love to see the training, because I get so inspired and excited from those scenes. But this is like its own soap opera. It's its own drama. And I already had empathy for Awamine, but just to see him get excited and a little bit motivated and hopeful when Kuroko said, I hope you meet someone that can challenge you, then we finally meet someone that he thinks will be challenging at the tournament, gets a bigger letdown, like even bigger letdown. So I don't blame Awamine for feeling like this. I just wish he would just either quit the team so he doesn't have to like drag the rest of his team along. Or Akashi's keeping him on the team because he wants to let Awamine figure it out on his own and plant that seed and still keep him connected with basketball so that he can be better later. But man, this Akashi guy, I'm liking this guy more and more.